Under the first item on the agenda for Ways and Means and County Properties is the curtain wall project. Is that burning, Jim, or?
Yes. We did send an email to everybody with the outside letter, so you would at least have a chance to look at that.
Jim, is that...
Wait a second. Go to us, you don't go to Bernie, you come out.
Sorry about
Do you
that.
have a question?
Well, I was just, is this the same item that we fixed last year, Jim?
No, this is, we made it,
Yes, go ahead.
Somebody,
Well, I gotta make sure one of you guys are
there
right.
was an addition here that we made a decision not to move forward with.
And it's the same curtain wall. And when they took it apart to fix it, one of the things they found was that in the very upper part, it was missing some, apparently, I don't know what they call them, but parts of the end.
Where I remember
Seal it up. And
Having a meeting.
it was proposed that they take apart the whole thing to see if there was like that all the way down. It was decided at the time that there was a reasonable chance that that might not be necessary, that it might not leak anymore, that what we were doing would be enough. And it would be expensive just to see that.
Right, open it up.
Right. So we didn't do it at the time. About a month or so ago, Jim, we had a bad rainstorm and there was leaking. We also thought at the time, they had told us that there was some damage to there's a smaller roof on the first floor, it kind of sticks out a little bit farther. And they felt that ice had fallen at one time and damaged that roof, and that was also separate and needed to be repaired. And that was leaking. Rich now doesn't think that that was a problem. He thinks it was an internal problem, and when it gets enough rainfall, these things are missing and it may still be leaking. He did, though, I checked today, I missed Rich today, I didn't get a hold of him. But it hasn't leaked again since he went and fixed that when it leaked, it just wouldn't do. It hasn't leaked again. We have had a couple of bad rains and it hasn't leaked, so it's probably only certain situations that cause it. I doubt that it fixed itself, but it's probably only going to be, so that's one of the things you have to consider is that you don't know at this point how much it's going to.
is the leak something when you put a few 5-gallon pails out, it catches it and it doesn't damage anything else?
Unfortunately, no.
No.
It leaks down into the bottom, first floor, is where and it damages the drywall.
Okay.
So you got a potential chance of mold.
Yes.
No, Bernie, you want to, now that I saw the floor, right? Okay.
Sure.
Okay. Can we go back up to the contractor for that, or?
The original contractor would be the one that would be responsible, and we made a settlement with him years ago. We have gotten a quote for the work, which was, I think, $22,000. We would also, if we were going to do it, we'd have to hire, because it's over $5,000, we'd have to hire an architect, and I'd have to at least, we wouldn't have to do a sealed bid, but we would have to seek other quotes. I'd have to try to go out of town, Syracuse, Albany, or see if anybody else would look at it.
So that's 22 grand plus the architect. you're
Plus
saying?
the architect.
Would you do that this time of year?
I doubt that we would probably try to do it, I would think in the spring.
Defer it till spring?
Yeah.
Would you do the paperwork? Would you get the?
We could get the paperwork started, yeah.
Well, can we first look and see if it leaks again before we?
Well, that's the other thing, if you want to watch it for a while and see if it does it again.
I mean, that's an awful lot of money. How much you figure the architect you're talking, Bernie?
Probably another $5,000.
You're talking $30,000 by the time you're done on it. For leaky.
Yeah.
That's a lot of money.
I may have missed that in the early part of this discussion. We already did phase one, what we thought was the solution,
Well,
and this is the secondary.
right, this is a problem they did identify.
Right.
and
How much
it's
did we pay
separate.
for the first phase?
About $74,000.
So we're talking over $100,000 that was bad construction to start, or design,
Exactly.
to start, $100,000.
Now, we do think that the first part was successful for what it did, which we mainly were concerned, although we'll have to wait and see. This will be the first cold winter.
How much did we hold back from the art contract, do you remember?
I think it was only like $30,000. I don't remember.
I hope we learned something before we build that jail.
So you're admitting we're gonna build a jail. So you're admitting we're gonna build a jail. You gotta.
I spoke directly to the chairman, and he was talking to me.
Yes, sir.
I just want to state, we built the building for a little less than $10,000. Doug Brewer, who was here before me, built it in Greene County for $27 million. A year
We
later.
built it for women?
$27 million a year later. I think,
27,000.
overall, I think we got a pretty darn good building.
Did you say, you mean 10 million?
Yeah, I was just
That's
gonna
what
say,
I
we
said.
did 10,000, no, we got a hell of a parking.
No, but my point is that $17 million difference.
That's why it leaks.
No, I'm not saying overall. It's very
See, if you want, I could look into, my recommendation, I think, would be to approach the same architects that we had, which is March Associates, and see what they can say about it, and maybe get back to you on this.
No, they were the ones that were
They
familiar
were the
with it.
fixers, not the ones that did it to begin with.
What do you builders think we should do?
First of all, nothing now.
Yes,
You're
exactly.
exactly-
It's just wasted time and effort now, and money. I think you should wait this big.
Who was, I didn't hear you, Bernie, who's the architect?
March Associates was the ones who did the repair.
Who was the original architect?
RSA Architects from Syracuse.
Robertson's strong after.
Okay.
You agree, Bob?
Yeah, yeah, we go.
They were
Do
the
we have a capital reserve we have for this? Is this what we use?
We do, we have a reserve for building projects. After the payments from this year, we should have a little over $80,000 left in it. We still have another project that's been going for a long time, that asbestos project to finish. So, you know, between these two, it would be pretty close.
Is that the carpeting?
The carpeting, yeah. It's still out there.
The only observation I would make, I have 5 years now here, and I think the curtain wall was the discussion when I first came in, and it took us a long time, so I would hope that if we're gonna do it, your group would give Bernie the permission to begin the process, even though you don't expect the construction to happen, or the remedy to happen, because it was long and drawn out for a long, long time, because of whatever the solutions are.
That's fine.
Need a motion to that effect. Ways and Means, Kurt Ackerman, need a second? Second. All in favor, Ways and Means? Opposed, carried.
Motion and properties? Second?
Second.
All in favor? Opposed? You got anything else for the properties?
That's it then. And just very quickly, we had a meeting scheduled with the college. Everybody knows it's a $10 to $12 million project. The governor is making his awards on the 19th in Albany. So when I talked to Dr. Murray, we thought it was better to hold that off until we saw if that $2.5 million that VHS has applied for would be coming through. You know, until we really know if that's coming through or not, it's going to make a big difference on the viability of the project.
Mr. Chairman, I hope you'll consider this germane, Mr. Russell. It just, when we meet on that, will we have any idea on where we are on Country Manor? Because there's outbeds on both of those programs, the one with the college and then the outbeds, and just whether there's an appetite out there thinking we're gonna get both?
Will we meet on it? We certainly have talked about it. So
I just
yes, I
wondered
think
if
it'd be part of the discussion.
Thank you.
I think it might be an executive session, but it'd be part of the discussion. Anything else for prep?
Go
You're
ahead,
done?
Bob. You have some for properties?
Yeah,
Go ahead.
I ever wondered, I mentioned it, what the status is on the loading dock. We had that in the budget, it was approved, never moved forward.
The loading dock.
Right out back.
Go ahead.
I apologize, Bob. We're trying to get in, we've got all of Rich's projects. We need to get properties pretty quick so that we can take that. We've had it scheduled then for a while ago, and Rich got the flu and he was out. And I just didn't think tonight, I thought it would be too quick to try to do it. So maybe within the next couple of weeks, we can get a properties meeting and go through all those projects, and that would be one of them all.
Very
Again,
good.
we're looking to create a 5-year capital plan.
Thank you, Vern.
Hallelujah.
There we go.
Anything else for properties? Motion to adjourn? Second? All in favor? Opposed? Carried. Properties adjourned.
Ways and Means, we need to approve a transfer.
Yeah, we got a bill from Little Falls Hospital for $7,500. This is for year 2010, 2011, and 2012. We have a contract with Little Falls to pay $2,500 for Dr. Nocella, who oversees, I know the people in the room who've been at the advisory board meetings are well aware that there's a need for Dr. Nocella, and it's a small price to pay, and we finally did get the bill.
I'll make the motion.
Motion made by Kurt Ackerman, seconded by Dennis Corse. What was the problem with getting the bill? Because isn't there something in county law that you're supposed to receive bills by a certain time?
What's that thing?
What was the problem with getting the bill?
They were anxious to be able to bill us for more. We met with them, asked them for backup documentation that we would take it to the HR committee and the Ways and Means Committee. And I think the decision was made recently to say, just go with the contract. Trying to say that.
Any other discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Approved laundry list. Now, the laundry list are those things that, we put together for various departments to do certain things within their departments.
Just a point of order, is there a form for all of us to see? Anything that you're referencing that we don't have?
Is it for the full year or just the month of January?
No, it's for the full year, then.
Full year.
I have a piece of paper I can give it to, make a copy for
Well,
them.
we can always get it through Ways and Means and then
Yeah.
worry about it. But I have some here if you want to see it. But it's the whole, it's that long laundry list.
This is what, the conferences and the
Yeah.
memberships?
Yeah.
Is that all in the laundry list, the conferences and the memberships?
Yeah, meetings, association meetings, staff development meetings.
Can we know that, what the changes are, or the?
$2,591.
$2,595?
91.
And what was it last year, or don't we know?
Oh, 33,670.5, 36,261.5.
All of these.
Oh, no, we'll give it, it's right on the sheet, so we'll give it the sheet.
All of these are in their individual budgets that they tendered to us
Yes.
during the course of the budget presentation.
Yes. There's certain association dues, et cetera. We've always tried to ask, please just put in those things that are necessary. Can I get a motion to approve the laundry list?
Also move.
Is there a second, Kurt? Any other discussion? I have these sheets for you for the meeting. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, carried?
Will we be acting on those next week? Is that when it comes to us?
Yeah. Approve equalization table.
So move. Second.
Any discussion on that? All in favor? Opposed, carried. Approve forms and, is it fittings or footings?
Footings.
Yeah, that's what I thought, approve forms and footings. This said fittings, so I thought maybe we had
Makes
a
sense.
property issue here.
Makes sense.
Approve forms and footings.
So move.
Kurt and Dennis again? All in favor?
Aye.
Approve tax levy.
So move.
Bernie, second. Kurt? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, carried. Approve town budgets.
So move.
Mr. Chairman, is this the
Always
health
have since I've
districts?
been here.
This is the, what is the,
We approved those the other day.
I forgot, you sent it.
Dennis
What?
and Pat Plinsky.
No, it's the actual budgets for the town.
Because remember, we bill for the city and the towns.
Oh, for the taxes, right,
Yeah.
right,
Full
right.
form.
Taxes and
All
board
the
of
districts and all
board of
those.
elections. Did somebody make a motion?
Dan and Ray?
Okay, all in favor? Opposed, carried. And approve warrants.
So move.
Bernie, second.
Second.
Kurt? Yep. Thank you. Any discussion?
Better give it to Bob.
Mr. Chairman, all of those are annual, state mandated forms and stuff that we've got to adopt. Everything from 5 to 9. All of those are mandated that we act on them, but they are driven by state laws and statutes that make it part of our process.
And everybody will get a copy done.
Yes, yep.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, carried. Any other for Ways and Means? Motion to adjourn? Second? Second. Kurt? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So moved.